Mercy, 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 more. Let's keep rolling down by the riverside. That was incredible. Rebecca Pritchard was never just another face on Salvage Hunters. She was the foundation of the entire show. She transformed overlooked objects into valuable finds and made the world of antiques feel approachable for millions of viewers. For years, audiences relied on her judgment and appreciated her calm, steady presence. Then suddenly, without warning, everything shifted. The once solid partnership between Rebecca and her husband began to fracture. A shocking scandal surfaced, and fans started noticing a dramatic change in her physical appearance. Before anyone could fully grasp what was unfolding, Rebecca stepped away from television entirely for reasons that were both shocking and deeply emotional. And where she is today, along with what she has quietly built away from the cameras, might truly surprise you. The rise of Rebecca Pritchard on screen. Rebecca Pritchard was the steady pulse of Salvage Hunters. She had the rare ability to turn dusty relics into five-figure investments and explain complex valuations in ways everyday viewers could understand. Many fans viewed her as the real backbone of the series. But while millions watched her success unfold on television, few realized that behind her composed smile, things were already beginning to unravel. And once you understand what was happening beyond the cameras, it becomes clear why Rebecca's life took such a dramatic turn. Rebecca Jane Pritchard was born on February 19, 1958. British by nationality and Caucasian by ethnicity, she grew up in the United Kingdom with an early interest in design, property, and antiques. Long before television entered her life, she was already laying the groundwork for the career that would eventually make her widely recognized. Before cameras ever followed her, Rebecca worked as a property developer, purchasing and renovating homes from the ground up. It wasn't glamorous. It involved managing builders, balancing budgets, meeting deadlines, and handling unexpected setbacks. But it taught her something invaluable: how to see opportunity where others saw only problems. At the same time, she worked in the fashion industry, sharpening her eye for detail, learning what looked appealing, and understanding presentation. That experience didn't just teach her about aesthetics. It also taught her how to evaluate commercial potential. She didn't simply care about appearance. She cared about resale value. Property and fashion together shaped Rebecca into exactly what antique television needed. By the time she entered broadcasting, she already had practical experience in renovation, restoration, and valuation. She understood which materials endured, which trends moved quickly, and most importantly, how to transform overlooked pieces into profitable investments. In 2011, Rebecca's life changed when she joined Salvage Hunters on the Discovery Channel, co-presenting alongside her then-husband Drew Pritchard and antiques specialist John T. From the outset, her role was clear. While Drew traveled the country chasing bold, sometimes risky purchases, Rebecca became the voice of reason. She evaluated the value of their finds, calculated restoration costs, and assessed resale potential. Where Drew relied on instinct, Rebecca relied on analysis. And that balance worked perfectly. Her calm, methodical approach countered Drew's impulsive buying style, creating a dynamic that audiences immediately connected with. Viewers loved watching her simplify complicated valuations into clear explanations. Over time, Salvage Hunters grew into one of the UK's most successful antiques programs, eventually spanning more than 18 seasons. The show attracted not only dedicated collectors, but also everyday viewers who suddenly found themselves fascinated by antique doors, industrial lighting, and forgotten furniture. Rebecca played a major role in that success. Fans respected her professionalism, understated charisma, and deep knowledge of restoration. She made antiques feel welcoming rather than intimidating. She turned warehouses into treasure troves and transformed technical valuations into compelling storytelling. Many viewers openly credited her with giving the show credibility. Without Rebecca, it wouldn't have been about thoughtful buying and selling. She brought balance, structure, and trust. For many fans, she was the grounding presence that prevented the series from revolving around a single personality. On screen, everything seemed perfect. Rebecca had a thriving career, a successful television show, a working partnership with her husband, and a reputation as one of Britain's respected antique experts. But what viewers didn't see was the growing strain behind closed doors. While she was helping turn forgotten objects into profit, her personal life was quietly deteriorating. The marriage that powered the show's chemistry was under intense pressure. Tensions were rising, trust was weakening, and soon, a devastating scandal erupted. It didn't just end her relationship. It altered the direction of her entire life. The scandal that shattered the marriage. The secret behind Rebecca's rise wasn't just her expertise. It was her partnership with Drew Pritchard. Long before television fame, their lives were already closely connected. Born Andrew Thomas Pritchard in Conwy, North Wales, Drew built his reputation as a respected antique dealer and restorer, particularly known for architectural salvage and stained glass restoration. Their shared passion for antiques formed both a romantic and professional bond. They married, creating a rare partnership where business and personal life blended seamlessly. On screen, their chemistry appeared effortless. Drew handled the hunt, traveling through warehouses and derelict buildings in search of hidden treasures, while Rebecca calmly evaluated each item's potential. Drew trusted his instincts. Rebecca trusted numbers and research. Together, they created the rhythm and credibility that define salvage hunters. Off camera, their marriage was deeply intertwined with their business. Every purchase affected their finances. Every restoration required joint decisions. Every sale represented shared success. Fans admired how they remained professional even during tense negotiations. For years, they seemed like a rare example of love and ambition working in harmony. But behind the scenes, pressures were mounting. Fame brought constant travel, demanding filming schedules, and the strain of running a growing business under public scrutiny. Their personalities responded differently to success. Drew's bold nature became more pronounced. Rebecca, by contrast, grew more private and withdrawn, focusing on her responsibilities while shielding her personal life from attention. Then rumors began circulating. Whispers within the antiques community suggested that Drew's behavior off-camera was becoming problematic. Stories of inappropriate relationships and infidelity started quietly before gaining traction. Rebecca, who had always guarded her private life, suddenly found herself navigating deeply personal pain while maintaining composure on national television. The betrayal cut deeply because their relationship was built on trust, not only as spouses but as business partners. This wasn't simply a struggling marriage. It was a shared enterprise beginning to crack. Every personal conflict threatened their professional stability. In 2017, the tension,